what even is a win theme? So when we're talking about win themes in the bid process, when we're, answering RFQs and RFPs in order to win that high value work, a win theme is this idea about how we're aligned together, what the customer actually wants and doing that research, and what we actually offer, marrying those two principles together and putting that out there to them. But when we have win themes that are kind of buried in text and nuance and everything else, it doesn't work. But a win theme is really just that. It's thinking about what you know about them, what you know about yourselves, and providing the evidence to say how you're going to do something. So just remember that when a customer is reading through your document. Now, bearing in mind, I work on contracts that are for big infrastructure in the renewable sector, and they might be worth, I don't know, a few 100,000, a few million, multi-million sometimes, and sometimes more than that, But people don't just give the money away. It doesn't matter if it's for 100 grand or more than that. Nobody is giving money away to people they don't know. So again, it's the classic know, like and trust. And I am a big fan of, if you've not got a relationship, you're probably not going to go anywhere. Because if people don't know you, they don't know anything about your business, they don't know anything about what you've done before, then they're probably not going to choose you. Not always the case, but 99% of the time in my experience, that is the case. So, you have to communicate your value in a better way. So that means metrics, it means evidence, it means testimonials, it means putting everything you can out there so that people understand that you are the chosen one, you are the great supplier that everyone should be using. And it's when you don't give that evidence or that information, and that's really what the win theme comes down to. It's aligning what you're good at, how you're going to do it. So realistically, all they want to know is, how are you going to do this? How are you going to fix our problems? When are you going to do it? How much is it going to cost? And when can you start? And realistically, it comes down to nothing more complicated than that. It is just as basic as that. It really, really is. So there's so much more to be said on that. But, if you think of a big win theme, don't complicate it. Don't think it's some big strategizing moment. Just really think about their values, about yours, about your experience, about theirs. What has gone wrong for them in their organisation at the moment? What is happening for them? Why are they putting something out to tender? What do they need fixing? How are you going to do it? I've told the story before, but I've done it many a time in face-to-face meetings where there'll be 3 different kinds of people, or I'll do a role play of some kind, and I'll think about 3 different people in their business, and I'll talk from that angle about what those people will receive if they work with us. And that changes their psyche, it changes their thought process, and it just makes it more believable. So if you're struggling with that, just remember to just dial it back and just strip it back to basics, and then the win theme just becomes that much easier to cultivate.